Hi, I'm Rudy Mettia with Yoga Warrior 365 and the Warrior Tips. This is Yoga Warrior 365 certified teacher Molly, and she's going to help us. So first thing we're going to do, I'm going to address you guys over here. First thing she's going to do is, in Tadasana, mountain pose, as we know, Sanskrit's word is Tadasana, but in this we usually refer to as mountain pose. It's where everything starts. I've talked to you about in other classes in the program where everything's trying to get back home to Tadasana. So that would be the feet are together, the chest is lifted. Now there's a lot, that's just the gross part of it. There's a lot of subtleties which makes a practitioner skilled versus non-skilled, of course. And the first thing I want to talk to you about is just kind of getting the body in optimal alignment. So I'm going to have her turn a little bit sideways so you guys get a good side shot. And at first she's going to get kind of like sloppy, like a bad posture, just the typical bad posture. The throat's forward, the back is a little rounded, the low back is overarched, the bottom's up, the belly's out, the legs are weak, and maybe even the feet would be a little sloppy. In her case, they're not. Yes, bend a knee. Yeah, so what's up? So what she's going to do is she's going to go ahead and just stand up straight for a moment, and don't do the greatest position. Just right away, she's 50% better. And I like to start the feet, and the feet are all the way together as you see, and they're pressing down. Go ahead and lift the toes up, Molly. So the toes lift up, and then her legs, you can see the muscle composition changed right away. The legs went from soft and flaccid to engaged, and the composition is strong. So she's gonna put the toes back on the floor, but keep the work in the legs. Because as we learn in yoga, the legs inform the spine. So the stronger the legs are underneath you, the more elegant and more informed the spine is. Now from there, inner thighs roll back. I'm not gonna show you here, but as long as those feet don't turn out like a duck, you've probably accomplished that inner thigh back thing. When you do that, overarch the low back. So we'll take the tailbone and we'll drop the tailbone, not tuck it. You may hear some people say tuck the tailbone, not necessarily correct, but these two hip points, excuse me, hon, where my fingers are, those two hip points, those lift, and in turn, the tailbone gets heavy. So she gets really consolidated between the low belly and the back, because all those muscles wrap around, it's like a band of transverse abdominals and back muscles tied together. So she's strong there. Now, she's gonna pull the shoulders back and do it exaggerated. So then this has to soften, and it's just like plank, and then the shoulders, the shoulders themselves are externally rotated, so the palms turn forward, don't they? And then a lot of people adjust their throat forward, and she can't even do it bad. And she's gonna draw the chin back. It's gonna be like a bandha, right? Draw the bandha. Chin's gonna slightly drop, so they have the back of the neck is long. So if you thought about this in gears, one gear goes this way, the shoulders go this way, the ribs go this way, the tailbone goes that way, and then it works the rest of the way down through the feet. So that's kind of Tadasana. So when we say you're coming back to Tadasana, turn sideways straight on, just step the left leg back and keep your hands on your waist, get back into a lunge. And then do the same things that you were just doing. Did you see that? Boom. I mean, the tailbone dropped, the low points, the hips lifted. She's got this beautiful stance. It's not like she's got this lean forward with the heart a little bit and then jam the shoulders back. It doesn't have this big old back bend thing though, so this is all softening. Look at that, that's beautiful. And then take their arms up. She's not doing a big, deep crescent because she's not warmed up, and we're always cautious and respect for our bodies. So bring the hands to prayer and just step the left foot to meet the right foot. And really, I mean, there's so much more, but it's a tip. And as you learn and you start practicing, it'll come more profoundly to you. But it takes time, doesn't it? So that's pretty much it. Feet together, tail down, low belly lifts, shoulders back, front ribs soften, back of the neck lengthens, chin slightly drops. Boom. What do you think? All right. Now she's gonna go ahead and make her way down onto her back for Savasana. No easy way to get down there, is there? There's no artistic way except just. The thighs are gonna roll open. You'll see some people who feel like they're a little bit insecure or whatever, and they're uptight, right? And their feet are like this, and she's really, really strong. She wants just to surrender, let the feet flap open. Let the palms turn up, turn the palms down for a moment. That's funky for the shoulders. We've talked about external rotated shoulders. Palms turn up. You can't see her from the angle, but if her shoulders are like this, that's uncomfortable. So she rolls her shoulders down her back, and that same little shoulder rotation, or shoulder loop, or shoulder spiral, whatever you want to call it, and the front ribs kind of coarsen and soften. And the back of the neck is long, so it's not like this. Chin is slightly tucked. The weight melts into the floor, and she stayed here long enough, like you should always stay in Savasana 5 minutes, 10 minutes. She will eventually forget where she stops and the floor begins. This is where the healing begins, and this is where the benefits are downloaded. And if you've been practicing for a while now, you've probably noticed, oh God, I just got through an hour of practice. He wants me to lay here for 5 minutes. And I've got to get on with it. And I know you got to get on with it. I know you do. But you owe it to yourself to take 5 minutes in this posture. Sava means corpse, so it's kind of the end of the practice, right? And this practice teaches you how to let go. And we talk about letting go a lot in yoga, you know, let go on the exhale, let go of the pose, let go of expectation, let go of ego, let go of this, that, and the list goes on. All those letting goes, or little let goes, preparing you and teaching you for the big let go, which is indeed, as we know, corpse pose, right? Toe tag time. Now, equally important is coming out. I'm going to ask Mai to be a little precarious and just sit up. I'll help her because I don't want to get hurt. Imagine she's just going to sit up like Frankenstein, but I'm going to help her. So if you just set up like, oh, see how hard that was, even on her? Okay, now lay back down. Now, if I didn't help her, it's like sitting up and just straining my low back. She's going to draw the knees into the chest. And there's a philosophy there too. It's just, I'm just hugging in and finishing. And she's going to roll to the right. I like to roll to the right side because the heart's on the left side, so the heart's elevated. I don't know if that matters, but I just kind of like that. She's going to use the left arm. She's going to push herself up to sitting. And she's going to find a cross-legged position. Even you, I would take a moment here. She's going to bring her hands to prayer just to thank you for watching her and watching us do these tips. And you want to tell them namaste?
Namaste.
Namaste. Thank you. Nice job. I'll help you up. Good work.